Also known as a joyful song at the beginning. Sister Zhou becomes Autistical. Introduction. Lin Feng traveled through S7 and became a small anchor. Unexpectedly, bad luck has arrived. Unexpectedly, she was interacted with by the big anchor Zhou Jie and even asked to perform her talent. The ordinary Lin Feng originally intended to refuse, but to his surprise the black powder selection system has descended. Option 1. Refuse Sister Zhou and reward her with a black fan value of 1000. Option 2. Take out the Suona and play a piece of Sheikh for it, rewarding LOL with maximum hand speed. So, Sister Zhou and countless netizens who came upon hearing the news all became autistic. Following the principle that the more followers there are, the more rewards there are, Lin Feng has played various pranks. Inappropriate individuals abusing major players in the Korean server, dance with bright expressions and engage in crazy interactions during the competition, angry spray of various traffic, small fresh meat vomit, and so on. Lin Feng tried to turn all the other party's fans into his own black fans. Not long after, Lin Feng stood on the S7 championship podium, lost in thought as he looked at the black fan value of 0.999999 in the system. Where are the agreed black fans? Sweet text, more daily life, less competition, Shuangwen, joyful fun and fun compared to the wind. The core of this book is to make everyone enjoy and have fun reading it. Single female lead. Guess which mute is the female lead? Rita. Sister Zhou. Enjing. Stupid girl. Mosey. P.S. Don't try to teach the author how to write a book. Don't listen, I won't listen. Excluding those who reward golden cute. Keywords of the novel. Alliance. Opening Suona, farewell to Zhou Jie Daimei no pop-up window, alliance. Opening Suona, farewell to Zhou Jie Daimei TXT complete collection download, alliance. Opening Suona, farewell to Zhou Jie Daimei latest chapter reading. Chapter 1. LSP Daimei and Zhou Jie. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 1 LSP Daimei and Zhou Jie PS. The outline is expected to be completed at 2.5 million yuan. Please rest assured to read and invest. After being put on the shelves, I had to rest for 10,000 days. I had already killed 8 donkeys in the production team. The new book period updates 2 chapters every afternoon at 5 p.m., and experts are seeking to follow up on them, related to recommendations. Blue Star. In the evening, the Magic City was bustling with lights and wine, and neon lights flickered. Against the beautiful sunset of the horizon, this bustling city is like a dream. And at this moment, 2 young women are chatting and laughing in front of a computer at the Tang Cheng Yiping Villa in the Magic City. Yeah. I won. Second brother, you're amazing. The speaker was a girl dressed in a JK uniform, with a stunning face and figure. There is a tempting atmosphere in every move and gesture. The only drawback is that certain parts are better than nothing. Her name is Daimei. He is a well-known chicken-eating anchor on the Shark Live streaming platform. The bold woman, in the audience's mouth. Its characteristic is color, and when you see a handsome guy, tears can't help but flow out of your mouth. As for the second brother mentioned by Daimei, it is the owner of this live broadcast room. Zhou Jie. She is known as Sister Zhou. Zhou Jie is not only one of the live streamers on Shark platform, but also one of the 4 beautiful female commentators on LPL. It can be said that both of these beauties are heavyweight figures. A slight move in the live streaming industry may even kill a few cows, which can be said to be crucial. Zhou Jie, who was receiving praise from the silly girl and was currently broadcasting, had a smile on her face. She lightly brushed her soft hair in front of her forehead with her bare hands, then held her head high and said, "There's nothing I can do. Second brother, my strength is here, and I can't even lose if I want to." This scene fell into the eyes of the audience in the live broadcast room. Part of the audience could not resist the bullet curtain and roast. I'll hit your lungs. How dare an old woman touch her conscience and speak? Zhou Jie was so proud to win a 3.8 lying down game in a silver game, which I didn't expect. Judging from Sister Zhou's arrogant demeanor, those who don't know thought she was playing the king's game. A live broadcast room with 1.5 million people, the screen was instantly covered with barrage. All of them are mocking Zhou Jie. This seems to have become a daily habit. One of the great joys for the audience is mocking Sister Zhou. However, Zhou Jie was obviously not a good person either, so she retorted and retorted. A group of stinky younger brothers, if you can't speak, just shut up for your sister. What's wrong with me playing silver? I'm so proud of myself. You guys are so capable of BB, and I haven't seen anyone in the live broadcast room who can go professional. After speaking, she looked at the silly girl watching the battle and asked, "Third brother, am I right?" The silly little girl was so numb that she regretted coming to Zhou's house to play. After thinking for a moment, the silly girl hesitated and said, "Second brother, no wonder they said you." Before the silly girl could speak, Zhou Jie rushed over with a hungry tiger pouncing on her. "Ah, I was wrong, second brother." The silly girl exclaimed in fear. Subsequently, there was a constant burst of laughter. "Ha ha ha. Miss Zhou, don't. Ha ha ha. Don't scratch someone's armpits, please." However, Zhou Jie ignored her and said with an evil smile, "Little hoof, let you harm me." "Ah no," the silly girl let out a strange cry, causing the sparrow's pupils outside the window to dilate violently. This scene also made the audience in the live broadcast room addicted and called on friends to watch the excitement. From time to time, the popularity of Zhou Jie's live broadcast room has exceeded 2 million. Zhou Jie's popularity has always been high, and with her silly little sister live streaming together, her popularity has naturally steadily increased. Of course, the barrage is also continuous. Damn it. Miss Zhou, please let go of the old woman and let me come. Sleeping slot, so explosive. So exciting. It's too terrifying. Is this the battle between two female tigers? Brothers, hurry up and record the screen. Finally, with the help of the silly girl's repeated begging for mercy, the two ended their battle. The silly girl raised the collar of her JK dress and said with a deep resentment, "Second brother, I am your guest today. How could you treat me like this? Humph, I won't play with you next time." Zhou Jie smiled and said perfunctorily, "Then I apologize, I'm sorry." Cut, there's no sincerity at all. The silly girl gave her a blank glance, "You have to compensate me." Oh. Zhou Jie was very interested. "What compensation do you want? Why don't we stop playing LOL for now?" The silly girl suddenly looked excited. "How about we go play with handsome little brother Lin Feng?" Looking at the excited expression of the silly girl, Zhou Jie looked speechless and said, "You are truly the third brother, you are such an old pervert." I must declare, the silly girl suddenly looked serious, "I'm not old." Zhou Jie. The barrage in the live broadcast room also showed a series of question marks, as if they were also struck by the silly girl. "Okay, then I'll satisfy you today. You can choose from the handsome guys on the entire Shark platform." After finishing speaking, Zhou Jie stood up and handed over the control of the computer to Daimei. The silly girl didn't hesitate to sit in front of the computer, holding the mouse and opening the live broadcast on the Shark platform to start searching for targets. "Good-looking little brother, where are you? Come to the bowl quickly." The silly little girl licked her fiery red lips. Because Zhou Jie also serves as the official commentator for League of Legends, and the live broadcast is also in the LOL section, Daimei decided to search for prey in the LOL section. Let's first take a look at the LOL section and see if there are any handsome anchors. The little girl's expectant expression left Zhou Jie speechless. Everyone has a love for beauty, but something as outrageous as a silly girl, not much. So, Zhou Jie quietly watched the silly girl perform on the side. This doesn't look good. This is average. Well. Oh, it's not very impressive either. Dumb girl randomly opens each live broadcast room to filter, attempting to find a handsome anchor named Lin Feng. Well, it's okay, but it's not to my taste. Isn't there a good-looking little brother among the game anchors? The silly girl spoke with a hint of melancholy. Then he opened a new live broadcast room and said, "Sleeping slot, Zhou Jie, hurry up and watch." The silly girl suddenly lit up her eyes and pointed to the newly opened live broadcast room. Zhou Jie listened and looked over. The first thing she saw was the low popularity of the other party's live broadcast room. Only 80,000 popularity points. In terms of conversion, real people may only have a few dozen or even single digits. Don't be too miserable. Continuing down, I saw the LOL game interface. Obviously, the other party is an unknown LOL anchor. Looking further down, Zhou Jie saw the person in the camera and suddenly widened her eyes. Tears streamed down my mouth. Elu. Zhou Jie quickly swallowed a mouthful of water. She swore that this must be the most charming man she has ever seen in her life. Even if he's just lying there. End of this chapter. Chapter 2. The old woman who comes up to call her husband. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Chapter 2. The old woman who comes up to call her husband. That's right. The beautiful man who made Zhou Jie and the silly girl drool was lying on his stomach. Lying sideways on the computer desk. Although lying down, you can see most of your face. Vaguely, one could see the man's smooth and fair, sculpted cheeks with sharp edges. And the thick sword eyebrows rebelliously raised slightly. The man is still wearing a blue headphone on his head, resembling the handsome male protagonists in idol dramas. It's extremely cool. May I ask, which woman can resist the temptation of such a hazy appearance? At least Zhou Jie and Daixiomi cannot. What a handsome little brother. Zhou Jie couldn't help but speak out, and then excitedly shook the little girl's hand. Third brother, hurry, 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 connect with him. But he seems to be sleeping, I can't bear to disturb him. The silly girl frowned slightly. Don't you want to see how handsome he is all over? I'm even on the microphone. The silly girl didn't even insist for a second, so she eagerly clicked on Apply for microphone connection. Doodle doodle strange noises came from my mind. Lin Feng used all his strength and slowly opened his eyes. Then, I saw a completely unfamiliar environment. On the computer in front of me, there is also a prominent prompt. Rubbing his blurred eyes, he finally saw clearly, no, it's not that Zhou Jie invited you to connect with the microphone. Do you accept it? At the same time, a constant stream of memories flooded into the mind. Lin Feng has a strange expression on his face. Time traveled. Traveling from Earth to this parallel world called Blue Star. Replacing this person with the same name and surname as him. Looking at the microphone connection request on the computer again, Lin Feng remained calm and composed. He suddenly stood up and walked towards the only floor-to-ceiling mirror in this rudimentary rental house. Looking at the person in the mirror, Lin Feng's eyes lit up. About 1.8 meters tall, with a symmetrical figure and distinct facial features on the cheeks, this appearance has hardly changed from before his time traveling. Can only be described in one word, beautiful and incomparable. It's so immersive. After looking in the mirror, Lin Feng returned to his computer. Looking at the connected microphone request on the computer, Lin Feng was quite puzzled. He naturally knew who Buer is not Zhou Jie was. Memorable, my predecessor had no connection with big anchors like Zhou Jie. Although his predecessor had a good appearance, he was a purebred gaming enthusiast. During live broadcasts, they only focus on playing LOL and hardly pay attention to the audience, remaining silent. The only thing worth mentioning is the level of gameplay from its predecessor, the master of Ionia Zone 1. The master is quite impressive among ordinary people, but among many LOL anchors, they may not be able to rank. This also led to the previous live streaming for over a month, but still not very popular, and the live streaming room often only had a few attractive female fans lying dead inside. How could such a small anchor be asked by Zhou Jie to connect to the microphone? Should I answer or not? Lin Feng hesitated for 0.01 seconds on this question. Pick it up. At the moment when two live streaming rooms are connected. Lin Feng heard an excited cry in his earphones. Little brother, Ilio. Lin Feng was momentarily stunned. It's not Sister Zhou. It's a silly little girl. Before traveling, Lin Feng also enjoyed playing LOL and occasionally watched live broadcasts. Whether it's Daimei or Zhou Jie, he knows it all. So, why did Daimei appear in Zhou Jie's live broadcast room? Is it some activity on the Shark live streaming platform that brought them together? Also, what's the situation with the silly girl's squinting eyes? Just as Lin Feng's thoughts drifted, Zhou Jie's voice of hatred towards the iron not becoming steel rang out. I said, third brother, can you please restrain yourself? We are all ladies, be more reserved, wipe your saliva first. This personality doesn't look like the Zhou sister in my impression. Is it because of parallel worlds? Just as Lin Feng was puzzled by Zhou Jie's personality, Zhou Jie said again, let me have a good conversation with my younger brother, second brother. Then, the second transformed into a silly face. Lin Feng. Sure enough, he thought too much. Zhou Jie or you Zhou Jie, the taste is still so strong. Undoubtedly, it is a hindrance. Just as Lin Feng was about to speak, Zhou Jie's preemptive words left him completely speechless. Little brother, can we play games together? I can take you flying. Lin Feng couldn't help but cover his forehead. Sweaty face, who wouldn't know that Zhou Jie's golden level was so high that she was trying to take him flying. At least Lin Feng is also an old player of LOL. Before crossing over, he could even occasionally dominate the Silver Bureau, and ordinary people would respectfully call him the existence of the Diamond God. Although he was eventually forced to evolve into a regular player in the chaos, Lin Feng believed he was much stronger than Zhou Jie. At this moment, the silly girl once again competed for the initiative in her speech. Second brother, you think about playing games every day. While you go, let me talk to you about your feelings. As she spoke, the silly girl crossed her hands and hugged her chin, squinting and asking, little brother, do you have a girlfriend? If not, what do you think of me? If you have it, would you mind having one more? By the way, if you have any needs in the future, husband, just let me know. I will definitely respond to your requests. Lin Feng. Zhou Jie. Audience. Zhou Jie looked at the silly girl with a shocked expression on her face. She knows that the silly girl is an old pervert. But I never expected that this old woman would be so cruel. Seeing a handsome little brother, I directly pasted it upside down. The little brother hasn't even spoken yet. You even called on this husband. Are you just not a person anymore? Wait, little brother hasn't spoken yet, shouldn't he be? Zhou Jie suddenly thought of a great possibility. Otherwise, if you look so handsome, even if you play the game very well, the popularity of the live broadcast room shouldn't be so low. After hesitating for a moment, Zhou Jie cautiously spoke up and asked. Little brother, you shouldn't be unable to speak, right? Click. This question shook the excited little girl's heart. The excited expression gradually stiffened. Undoubtedly, she also agreed with Zhou's guess. If the other person is a normal handsome little brother, it's no problem how big a joke she makes. After all, they can all be considered as program effects. But if the other party is someone with a certain flaw, it's not appropriate to joke anymore. At this moment, the barrage in Zhou Jie's live broadcast room also began to beat continuously. It's a pity. He looks so handsome, I didn't expect to be mute. God is fair, he opened a door for him, but closed his window. I have to say, this guy is just a little bit more handsome than me. It's really amazing that he can't speak. I'm sorry. If this guy weren't mute, he might have captivated countless young girls. Even if he is mute, I am willing to marry him. Get away from the gay upstairs, don't be disgusting, my lord. Just as everyone was discussing extensively, Lin Feng, with a face full of sweat, finally spoke up. What are you thinking? I'm not mute. It's these two women who won't give him a chance to talk. Okay, with Lin Feng's words, the silly girl was instantly excited and danced. Wow, that's great. Husband, you're not mute. And my husband's voice is so beautiful. Can you sing, husband? Your voice is so beautiful, so singing must be very beautiful too. Can you sing a song for us to listen to? The silly little girl's barrage of words directly silenced Lin Feng. Zhou Jie also felt numb. Damn little girl, she calls her husband so damn smooth. Compared to the silly little girl, Zhou Jie suddenly felt that she had no competitiveness in front of the little brother. What should I do? Is it possible to hand over the little brother? End of this chapter. Chapter 3. As soon as the Suona is played, the gods retreat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 3. As soon as the Suona is played, the gods retreat. Just as Zhou Jie was pondering, Lin Feng was also pondering. The silly girl asked to sing to them. This is somewhat difficult for Lin Feng. He is good at playing games, but singing is really not his forte. Even if he knows that the development of cultural and entertainment in this parallel world is extremely poor, many classic songs and movies do not exist on Earth. If we follow the plot in the novel, Lin Feng should be a copyist, copying all the things on Earth. Make a name for yourself. Embark on the pinnacle of life. But the fact is not so he really can't sing. Even if you study, it will take at least 3 to 5 years, and even if you have high talent, it will take at least a few months. Then sing a song. It would be easier to rely on this skin bag and find a wealthy woman to eat and wait for death. Of course, finding a wealthy woman is just a metaphor. Lin Feng thinks he is a tough and good man, and generally wouldn't take this path of no return. After thinking it through, Lin Feng reluctantly spoke up, sorry, I don't. Ding, black powder selection system loading. Host meets the conditions, loading successful. Before he could finish speaking, Lin Feng's spirit was shaken. What comes to mind is the invincible loser's explosive golden finger in the novels he once read. The system. Bind host for the first time and give a beginner gift package. Do you want to enable it? Yes, yes. Lin Feng couldn't wait to answer in his heart. Beginner gift pack open, obtained professional singing talent, obtaining professional proficiency in musical instruments, obtained black powder value. 10,000, looking at the reward given by the system, Lin Feng said it was fake if he wasn't excited. However, he has a doubt. System, black powder value, what is it? Lin Feng asked in his heart. Returning to the host, this system can exchange some skills owned by the world. Exchange requires black powder value, which can be viewed at the exchange store, black powder value obtaining method. For each additional black powder added by the host, they can obtain 1 black powder value. What is this system operation? Shouldn't it be fan value? This system would be invincible if it made someone vomit like a celebrity. Koen or a certain battle without much thought, Lin Feng asked in his heart, besides increasing black powder, are there any other ways to obtain black powder points? The system will randomly distribute selective tasks, and the host can receive certain rewards by completing the tasks. Rewards have a chance to obtain black powder points and skills. After explanation, Lin Feng roughly understood. The emotional system just doesn't allow oneself to be human. But harvesting black fans shouldn't be too difficult. Right. Thinking about it, Lin Feng opened the system store in his mind. With curiosity, he opened a LOL redemption zone. This is the one that Lin Feng is most interested in. Upon opening it, Lin Feng's eyebrows lit up and his eyes lit up with a smile. Gale Sword Hero Yasuo, top 7-star proficiency. Exchange requires 100 black powder points. Mysterious Demon Concubine Lefulin, top 7-star proficiency. Exchange requires 100 black powder points. Night Hunter Wayne. All heroes only need 100 black powder points for their 7-star proficiency. What's the difference between this and free gifts? This system is truly a living Buddha. That's so kind. Lin Feng praised the system in his heart and wanted to exchange it. But that's when Ding, randomly select tasks to publish, option 1. Daisy Girl invites you to sing, and you agree to sing, cute woman, for her. Reward black powder value. 10, option 2. The silly girl invites you to sing. You take out the Suona and play a song called She for her, rewarding her with LOL maximum hand speed and a black powder value of 100. Please make a choice within 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8. The countdown in his mind left Lin Feng stunned for half a second. He decisively gave up the idea of exchanging hero proficiency and quickly shifted his focus to tasks. Anyway, there's no shortage of this moment to exchange for the top-level proficiency of heroes. Let's first complete the mission before we can talk about it. Looking at the task options, Lin Feng fell into contemplation. Do you call this a multiple-choice question? Choosing the first one will naturally win the favor of the silly girl. Perhaps we can also gain the favor of many viewers in Zhou Jie's live broadcast room. But the problem has arisen. He doesn't even need fans. What Lin Feng wants is black powder. A Suona version of She, send them all away, and then harvest black powder. Isn't it fragrant? Just think about it, it's exciting. Choose 2 for me. Lin Feng decisively instructed in his heart. Anyway, now that he has both singing and instrument skills, he is not panicking. As soon as the task was determined, Lin Feng noticed a dark yellow Suona over half a meter long next to the chair. In my hand, I also have an extra USB drive. Lin Feng was taken aback. System, what is this USB drive for? The host can insert the USB drive into the computer and automatically play the song accompaniment. The host is only responsible for playing. I see. He, who understood the usage of the USB flash drive, was about to study the Suona when the naive girl's gentle tone rang in her headphones. Husband, what do you want to say? Can't you sing? It's okay, if you don't know how to sing, we won't sing. We can play other games. How about we play brain teasers? Faced with the steps kindly sent by the silly girl, Lin Feng shook his head. I'm not very good at singing, but I can order Suona. Do you want to listen to Suona? Upon hearing these words, Daixiomiai and Zhou Jie exchanged a glance. Both of them saw confusion in each other's eyes. Suona and singing. Shouldn't it be rare for people to know Suona? Learning piano and guitar is popular nowadays. In terms of the difficulty of getting started, Suona is probably n times that of a piano. Therefore, the Suona also holds a very high position in the field of musical instruments. However, this is also the reason for the decline of Suona nowadays. Such a young brother, he can actually play Suona. An unimaginable possibility. Doubts flashed through their eyes, and then they became excited. Zhou Jie took the lead and said, okay, we want to hear it. Ah, yes. The silly girl nodded along and said, I didn't expect that you, my husband, are so skilled that you can even play the Suona. Hurry up and perform it for us. I can't wait any longer. Looking at the hopeful expressions on the faces of the silly girl and Zhou Jie, Lin Feng smiled. I hope they will still have this expression later. After inserting the USB drive into the computer, Lin Feng bent down and picked up the copper Suona next to the chair. I made a fool of myself. Lin Feng's charming smile once again captured the foolish little girl. Wow, my husband is so tall, handsome, and gentlemanly. He's so polite, just like an ancient scholar. Zhou Jie ignored the silly girl's boasting this time. Because she was watching Barrage in the live broadcast room. Sleeping slot, is this guy really here? You're numb. I thought God closed a window for him, but instead he opened the door and several more windows. At first glance, this guy looks like he's only around 20 years old. He actually knows how to play Suona, in this river. I'm really sour, handsome and talented. Compared to him, I feel like a waste. Brother upstairs, please don't doubt yourself. Be firm and take the likeness away. You're just a waste. Don't be fooled by him. At his age and with his delicate and tender appearance, even if he knows how to play Suona, he should be at a level that is not even impressive. I am a student of Suona, and I can responsibly say that Suona is a good thing for most people to get started with. I am 23 years old, and my elders teach me every day, which can only be considered at a low level. Seeing the barrage, Zhou Jie's expectations also decreased a bit. That's right, so young, how high can the Suona level be? I can just listen to it. End of this chapter. Chapter 4. Anchor, do you live in the underworld? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 4 Anchor, do you live in the underworld? Amidst the constant discussion among the audience and the anticipation on the faces of the silly girl, an accompaniment that they had never heard before suddenly sounded. From time to time, they saw Lin Feng's lips twitching lightly. On the 18th day of the first lunar month. An auspicious day in the ecliptic. Sorghum lifting. Put on the red outfit. 1 foot, 1 hate. Hurry cutting. Accompanied by the melodious accompaniment, Lin Feng's singing voice alternates between cold, lazy, low, and high. Wow, what kind of song is this? I haven't heard it before, listen carefully. Zhou Jie spoke softly, afraid of disturbing Lin Feng who was singing. The silly girl also nodded and furrowed her brows lightly, saying, it sounds really nice, but why do I think the lyrics are a bit strange? Singing still continuing, cutting off good people. Why not return? Pretend to be Yan Kai. Loudspeaker red sandalwood. Speak lightly. Lin Feng gradually entered a state of mind. As if immersed in another world. With the professional level singing provided by the system, he is fully capable of mastering this song. Lin Feng has entered the play. But some people are gradually panicking. For example, Zhou Jie. She, who was originally full of anticipation and surprise, swallowed her saliva and spoke weakly. Stupid little girl, get closer to me. This song sounds so scary to me. Upon hearing this, the silly girl quickly moved over and snuggled up with Zhou Jie to warm each other up. Not only Zhou Jie is afraid, she is even more afraid. At first, it sounded pretty good, but now it's getting more and more strange. That strange tone and strange music seem to make the silly girl see a gloomy scene. The more she thinks, the more wrong it becomes. In the lyrics, the 18th day of the first lunar month vaguely reminds the silly girl of the fantasy magazine she used to read. As mentioned above, the 18th day of the first lunar month is the day when the moon breaks, so everything is not suitable. There is also the phrase, sorghum lifting, in the lyrics, and according to a fantasy magazine, sorghum is used to ward off evil spirits. Is using sorghum to lift a wedding sedan chair to suppress the ghost spirit of the bride. Nima, this song is truly something that living people are entitled to listen to. That lyrics don't seem to be for living people either. In the little girl's heart, it was a mess, and fear gradually rose from her heart. Zhou Jie is fine, she doesn't understand any 18 sorghum, but she feels that Lin Feng's song is becoming more terrifying as she sings it. Of course, there were not only 2 live streamers who started to panic, but also many viewers. Zhou Jie turned her head and glanced at the live broadcast room. At this point, the popularity of the live broadcast room had already exceeded 2.5 million. Zhou Jie looked at the barrage, attempting to seek the audience's protection. But, I'm holding your mother in my mouth, how come these lyrics make my scalp tingle? Mom, I'm going home. My grass, I'm walking alone at night now. Can you sing this to me? I suddenly have an ominous premonition. Brothers, my cabinet has moved. Bullet screen protection. Zhou Jie felt speechless. The audience in this special live broadcast seemed even more flustered than her. A group of younger brothers. The barrage is flying fast, but the singing still doesn't stop. The underworld-like accompaniment never stops. The official laughed. The official happily pondered for a while. Just humming out a sorrow of leaving. She couldn't catch up with the conversation again this time. She was laughing and crying. Guess how she laughed and cried? Listening to Lin Feng's constantly changing melody, his singing became increasingly rapid, accompanied by strange music and lyrics like urging someone to die. Too terrifying. Zhou Jie couldn't hold on anymore. She reached out and grabbed the dumbfounded girl's hand, her shoulders tightly against her. It seems that this can give her an extra sense of security. Obviously, she was too nervous and too scared. Zhou Jie didn't know, in fact, Daimei was even more anxious than her. At this moment, the little girl's mind is filled with images of the red-clothed ghost bride being carried by sorghum. I can't shake them off. 2 female anchors who are usually fearless have completely become autistic now. The silly girl also realized later and wanted to see the barrage to ease her fear. But at first glance, the bullet screen was full of the words, bullet screen protection. This TM emotions, this audience is also seeking shelter. The little girl's heart was extremely chaotic. And the song continues. Lin Feng's singing became even more rapid. Crying. Look at how she's crying and laughing. Sing to this point. Lin Feng suddenly stopped singing. Solemnly deliver the Suona to your mouth. Or perhaps by coincidence, at the moment when Lin Feng raised his Suona. Cha! The chandelier in the old rental room suddenly went out. The room where Lin Feng is located is plunged into darkness. All Zhou Jie and Daimei could see was the light reflected from the computer screen on Lin Feng's body, on the rusty copper Suona. This scene made the 2 of them, who were already extremely scared, suddenly feel a chill on their spine. The rapid accompaniment of the underworld continued to ring, further shattering the psychological defenses of the 2. At a moment of fear in her heart, Zhou Jie instinctively leaned closer to the screen to watch, but to her surprise woo. A resounding and powerful Suona sound suddenly sounded. Ah! Zhou Jie was aroused and quickly hugged the silly little girl. I was almost scared to death. The silly little girl is almost the same. The 2 of them cuddled up to each other, trembling and the Suona sound is still ringing. The rhythmic sound of Suona takes the already gloomy atmosphere to the next level. Hair-chilling. Heartbreaking. The barrage in Zhou Jie's live broadcast room is also jumping wildly. I knock on Nima. Bullet screen protection. Bullet screen protection. Bullet screen protection, inviolable. Heavenly and earthly spirits, Guanyin Bodhisattva. Uncle Jiu, save me. If you don't understand, then ask. The 2 trembling ones in the live broadcast room are not the bold and daring Zhou Jie and the old woman, are they? Although I am also very panicked now, I still want to say that the silent Zhou sister and the old woman are so beautiful. Originally, it was fine. With the sound of the Nima Suona, I went straight to heaven. who used to say that he was the most beginner, a fierce man who was 1.95 meters tall. Now he only dares to retract Zhou Jie from his bed. Just entered the live broadcast room. Is this the underworld? I never imagined that the Suona could have such power, making it so easy for me to come to the underworld. No, I need to go to the live broadcast room of that underworld anchor to see what kind of demon he is. From time to time, countless viewers also flooded into Lin Feng's live broadcast room. Finally, Lin Feng put down his Suona. The song ends. How Lin Feng took a long breath. It has to be said that playing the Suona is really tiring. He sincerely admires the masters who have inherited the national essence of Suona. Putting down the Suona, Lin Feng finally realized that the silly little girl and Zhou Jie were hugging each other in the live broadcast scene. Their faces turned pale, and their whole bodies trembled slightly. Looking again, the barrage in my live broadcast room kept bouncing. The anchor really has you, who can make Zhou Jie and the old woman self-isolate together. You are simply a living bodhisattva in the underworld. Anchor, may I ask where you live in the underworld? I can't find the way back to the underworld now. Come and show me the way. Sitting and listening to the anchor's Suona, I always feel like something's not right. Then I lay down and listened, feeling like something was missing. After thinking about it, I bought a coffin and lay inside to listen. Oh, that's right. Musical hooligans plus sing to see hooligans, outrageous. Music can be down to earth, but not down to earth. When I was watching the live broadcast, I was feeding cows. At the moment when the anchor's Suona sounded, my cow stopped chewing. I could feel that it was probably trying to ride me to the underworld. Is this the old woman's underworld husband, so terrifying? Why didn't I find such a talented underworld anchor before? I followed him. Seeing the outrageous barrage, Lin Feng was quite speechless. This group of people chatting is really quite underworld anchor, a great title. I think this song should be able to attract a large number of fans, right? After all, it's scary. No matter how bad it is, at least you can still earn a lot of black powder points from many girls. Without time for him to attend, Lin Feng opened the system in his mind. Task completed, rewards. LOL ultimate hand speed, black powder value of 100, remaining black powder value 0.2130, Lin Feng's face was full of smiles, gradually solidifying. 2130. This inconspicuous number is like a bolt from the blue. Lin Feng was hit hard and almost fainted. Negative black powder value. What situation? He continued to observe. Remaining black powder value 0.2180, remaining black powder value 0.2291, remaining black powder value 0.2312, the black powder value is actually getting more and more negative, and the number keeps jumping. Lin Feng was confused. System, don't you intend to explain it? Tip. The black fan value obtained by the host equals number of black fans. Number of fans, Lin Feng. Lin Feng was about to argue when the weak voice of the silly girl in his earphone rang out. Can you turn on your light, little brother? I'm a bit scared. The silly girl was so scared that she gave up calling her husband. She was afraid that if she called herself husband, a group of people would immediately rush over, dress herself in red clothes, and then carry her away with sorghum. Take it to the underworld. Of course, Lin Feng was unaware of the complex psychological activities of the silly girl. He just realized that his light was still black. Perhaps the lamp head or wires are not working properly again. After all, my predecessor was in Magic City, and the rental housing in the old residential area was only 800 yuan per month, and the electrical circuits were basically aging. End of this chapter. Chapter 5. Autistic Zhou's Sisters and Stupid Little Sisters. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 5. Autistic Zhou's Sisters and Stupid Little Sisters. The sunset on the horizon gradually dissipated. Outside the dilapidated wooden window, only a hazy night remained. From time to time, Lin Feng, sitting in front of the computer, withdrew his gaze and was slightly stunned. Time. 19.39. At this point, he had already ended his wheat union with Zhou Jie. After playing a Suona, Zhou Jie greeted and hastily ended the continuous wheat. Perhaps Zhou Jie and the silly little girl are really a bit scared, not even the handsome little brother they talk about. Of course, Lin Feng was not without gains. Just like in his live broadcast room at this moment. The popularity has reached 320,000. The number of followers has exceeded 30,000. And it continues to rise. The barrage constantly appears. This is probably something that our predecessors dared not imagine. My predecessor live-streamed for 8 hours a day and persisted for 30.6 days, but only gained less than 1,000 fans. Although the purpose of its predecessor was not to attract fans, but to attract recruiters from major LOL teams. Playing a profession was my predecessor's dream. Lin Feng's song, She, has directly caused a surge in fans. These people were all attracted from Zhou Jie's live broadcast room. This is why many small anchors are eager to connect with big anchors. To attract fans. Lin Feng felt uncomfortable in his heart. He feels like he doesn't need fans at all. What he wants is black powder. Looking at the current black powder value of 0.5285, Lin Feng felt as if his heart was torn and painful. If he remembers correctly, the system rewarded him with 10,000 followers at the beginning of the game. According to the 100 black powder value, one can exchange for the top-level proficiency of a hero, which is enough to exchange for the top-level proficiency of a whole 100 heroes. But now Lin Feng had to focus his attention on one of the task rewards, Extreme Hand Speed. Extreme Hand Speed. The host's hand speed can reach the human limit. This is currently the only comfort. I don't know what it feels like to use this thing in that way, and I don't know if it will break the skin directly due to its fast speed. Give it a try when you have time. After understanding the role of extreme hand speed, Lin Feng couldn't help but look at the black powder value. I haven't seen it for a while, it's already 0.6409. If you keep going like this, then it's okay. We need to find a way to stop this trend. Suddenly, Lin Feng had a plan in his mind. The reason why this black fan value can become negative is probably because of this group of people in the live broadcast room. What if you are not a human being? A broadcaster without quality is definitely something that everyone will dislike, right? Even if he has talent. Soon, Lin Feng's gaze fell on the gift list in the live broadcast room. There are many people who brush gifts for him. Lin Feng didn't rush to take action, but asked in his mind, is there a limit to the method of obtaining black powder points in the system? After all, he has read many novels that have systems that can easily kill the host, so it's better to be cautious. However, host does not violate public order, good customs, and laws. Is it gone? Yes, Lin Feng was completely relieved. Cursing is not against the law. Lin Feng took a glance at the barrage first. I heard this is a live broadcast from the underworld. Can the anchor perform again and give you a gift? Just arrived, have you all found your way back to the underworld? Upon hearing the news, I also want to experience the feeling of being a soldier. The anchor, come and post it again. The anchor is so ruthless. Now, Sister Zhou and the old woman are almost autistic, hahaha. Just came over from Sister Zhou, the anchor. You are the first person who can make Sister Zhou a mute bride. Love, love. Looking at the constantly bouncing barrage, Lin Feng's eyes narrowed and he immediately spoke. Everyone, listen to me first. As soon as Lin Feng uttered these words, the barrage was noticeably reduced. Obviously, everyone is curious about what this silent anchor wants to say. Do you want to thank everyone for their gifts? Zhou Jie also thought the same way. Although he hung up on the microphone, he still kept Lin Feng's live broadcast room open. belonging to watching live broadcasts. After a moment, Lin Feng spoke up. I'm not targeting everyone in the live broadcast room, I just think everyone here is spicy chicken. Lin Feng's face was serious, not to mention how serious he was. These words made Zhou Jie, a silly little girl, couldn't help but stare at each other. Both of them were stunned for a moment. Why is this? Still carrying a map cannon. As a host, dare you curse the audience? Is he crazy? After finally attracting some fans, I dare to say that, isn't it making me feel uncomfortable? Or is there a wrong tendon? However, soon Zhou Jie felt something was wrong. She watched the barrage in Lin Feng's live broadcast room and fell into silence. This anchor, why are you still cursing? Wait a minute, I'm really a trash. Compared to you, the anchor, I am really a spicy chicken. Although I also want to refute it, I really can't find a reason. Sure, I am from the Magic City Conservatory of Music. In terms of singing and Suona skills, you can crush me 10 streets with just one game microphone. I am really a trash. Thank you for waking me up. Starting today, I will work hard to learn. I specialize in learning lyrics, to be honest, I am a trash. I specialize in studying Suona, to be honest, I am a trash. Master, I understand. I'm going to learn now. Ah, yes, I'm also trash. Ah, yes, I'm also trash. Ah, yes. In just a few seconds, the barrage in Lin Feng's live broadcast room became harmonious and unified. Some of the audience originally wanted to get angry, but when they saw that some of them were directly manipulating, they decided to join the manipulating team. Everyone is happy. This just fooled Zhou Jie and the silly girl. I'll be good, do all the viewers in this class have a tendency to be abused? Zhou Jie looked at the silly girl. Ah, right, I'm garbage. The silly girl didn't look back. Zhou Jie fell into the confusion of life, and Lin Feng was no exception. After the map cannon fired, he constantly paid attention to his black powder score. At the beginning, the black powder value indeed rebounded. Obviously, that sentence has an effect on some people. But soon, when the rhythm of, I am trash, was brought to the live broadcast room, Lin Feng became dumbfounded. The rate of decrease in black powder value is even faster than before. 0.6555, 0.6731, 0.7013, this indicates that there are more and more fans. Lin Feng is about to collapse. No amount of cursing can have this effect, what's wrong with this world? Lin Feng simply turned his heart hard and looked directly at the close live broadcast button. Pop. The mouse clicked on it without hesitation. Live stream a chicken feather. If this continues, the fan value will be even more negative. When can we make it up? Let this audience calm down first, we cannot let them be swayed by the rhythm and easily become our fans. The sudden black screen made Zhou Jie dumbfounded again. Ah! What is he doing? Is there a power outage? Zhou Jie looked bewildered. At this critical moment of attracting fans, the other party unexpectedly turned off the live broadcast. What kind of brain circuit is this? Although Dian Xiaomei was a bit stunned, she clearly had better observation than Zhou Jie. Didn't you see him turn off the live broadcast? This guy is really a strange person, he can't see through his thoughts at all. Upon hearing this, Zhou Jie pondered for a moment. I understand. She gave a wise look, he must be a fairy who doesn't want to be exposed to the world's fireworks, just wants to be free and undisturbed. The silly girl looked at Zhou Jie with a silly expression and touched her forehead. Second brother, are you okay? Third brother wants to take action again, right? Take my move. Zhou Jie began to move around with the silly little girl in a JK uniform. At this moment, many viewers even suspected that Zhou Jie had malicious intentions towards the silly girl. In their brains, the fear left in their hearts gradually dissipated. Lin Feng, who turned off his computer, lay on his back in bed, staring blankly at the dilapidated ceiling. When this short day happened, he was filled with thoughts. Ding-dong, phone information prompt sound. Lin Feng withdrew his floating thoughts and opened his phone to take a look. RNG Team Club. Hello, your application for RNG Team 2 trial has been approved. Please go to the team headquarters for trial training on May 8 without hesitation. Lin Feng clicked to delete the information. End of this chapter. Chapter 6. RNG Trial Invitation. No. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 6 RNG Trial Invitation. No. After deleting the RNG trial invitation text message, Lin Feng put down his phone and was quite impressed. The reason for receiving information is because my predecessor had previously applied. My predecessor's dream was to become a professional LOL player, preferably joining the RNG team. However, my gaming talent is not particularly high. I was only able to become a master at the age of 21. You should know that the current date for Blue Star is April 1, 2017. That is the S7 season. On Blue Star, the popularity of LOL far exceeds that of Earth. There are hundreds of millions of players worldwide, and it is not an exaggeration to say that they are well known to every household. However, in such a well-developed situation, it took the predecessor a full 3 years, day and night, to compete in the ranking rank and barely become a master in the first district. The first zone master rank is exactly the minimum requirement for the second team trial trainees of major teams. Lin Feng knew that even if his predecessor really went to RNG second team for trial training at this time, there was almost no possibility of passing the youth training. At the age of 21, among professional athletes, it can already be considered old age. The true peak period is around the age of 16 to 21. Except for a few players, such as ghosts like Marin, the vast majority of players will experience a rapid decline in their form after the age of 22. Lin Feng had to feel a hint of regret for his predecessor. After a little thought, Lin Feng only felt extremely mentally exhausted. My predecessor died suddenly because I didn't sleep all night, kept ranking and scoring. Lin Feng doesn't want to replicate history. After all, no one knows if they will continue to travel after getting cold again shortly afterwards. Lin Feng lay on the hard wooden bed, falling into a deep sleep. In early April, the Magic City was gently swept by the warm spring breeze, welcoming the entire city. Many people leisurely take a walk on the playground of the Magic City Conservatory of Music. There is also a pair of young couples sitting on the football field in the center of the playground, enjoying the gentle touch of the spring breeze. The entire scene is full of poetic and picturesque charm. The black figure running wildly on the playground is also a stroke in the picture. That is a young man named Luo Lin, who is a student majoring in Suona in the folk music department. He was full of excitement, riding the wind and running wildly on the playground, like a wild turtle that had been drugged. This move has attracted the attention of many students from the Magic Sound Academy. Luo Lin didn't care and ran straight into the teaching building, rushing into a teacher's lounge. In the teacher's lounge, there is a middle-aged man over 50 years old. The middle-aged man, dressed in simple clothes, was frowning lightly at the moment and looking at Luo Lin with a serious expression. "Go out, knock on the door." Luo Lin suddenly realized his awkwardness and hurriedly went out to knock on the door again. Dong dong dong, he almost forgot that his mentor was notorious for being strict in etiquette. After all, Zhao Yanhui is a renowned Suona master in China and a professor of Suona in the Department of Folk Music at the School of Magic Sound. "Come in." Luo Lin re-entered the room and said, "Teacher, I'll show you a video." Without much ado, Rowling handed the phone to the mentor. Zhao Yan would nod and take a look. What is playing on the phone is a live video recording. If Lin Feng was present, he would definitely recognize him as the protagonist in the video. This video made Zhou Jie wonder, what do you want me to watch? Teacher, you'll know after reading it. Luo Lin's eyes showed a hint of admiration as he played a trick. Zhou Jie will be aroused with a hint of curiosity. He stopped asking more questions and instead watched the video quietly. A few minutes later, the video ends. Luo Lin clearly noticed that his usually rigid and serious mentor had a hint of excitement on his face. At this moment, Zhou Jie, who was quite excited, would murmur, "What a genius. He is so young, and the level of Suona is so high. Perhaps there will be someone in the future who will put Suona back on the stage of a new era." This statement surprised Rolling immensely. He knew that the underworld anchor's Suona skills were far above his own, but he did not expect his mentor to give such a high evaluation. This person in front of me is the top Suona master in the Dragon Kingdom. Just as Luo Lin's heart was shaken, Zhao Yanhui's urgent voice came, "Who is he? Can you contact him?" Rolling hesitated for a moment, "Speaking of which, you old man may not believe it. He is a game anchor." Zhao Yanhui's expression clearly froze for a moment. Game anchor. No matter who he is, please help me find a contact information. Forget it, I'll have someone check it myself. After speaking, Zhao Yan would take out her Nokia phone and make a phone call. "Hello, Lao Lin." Doodle doodle. Lin Feng, who was asleep, woke up to a piercing phone call. He opened his phone and saw that it was an unfamiliar number. Take another look at the time, 10:30 in the morning. Connect. "Hi, little brother." It's a female voice. "Are you?" Lin Feng always felt that the voice was familiar. "Let you guess whose sister is." "Zhou Jie." "You can guess this, sleeping trough." In a villa in the Magic City, Zhou Jie, lying on a 2.5-meter dreamy bed, looked surprised. Zhou Jie, who live-streamed until midnight last night, woke up in the morning and personally escorted the silly girl home. Daixia also needs to live-stream and cannot play at Zhou Jie's house for too long. After returning, Zhou Jie originally wanted to sleep a little longer. But as soon as she lay on the sofa in the living room, she inexplicably remembered the continuous microphone battle last night in her mind. The underworld microphone that almost sent her and the silly girl away. That despicable guy made her lose her adult in the live broadcast room last night. She, who had to be strong all her life, surprisingly performed so poorly in front of countless audiences. The more she thought, the more angry Zhou Jie became. She simply asked the leader of Shark for the phone number of that despicable little brother from last night. Of course, there is also the name. If the anchor wants to live stream on the platform, they need real name authentication and registration information. It's quite simple to ask for a phone number and name with her Zhou Jie face. She swore that it was not because the other person was handsome that she asked for the phone. The purpose, of course, is to retrieve the venue, but she didn't expect that the other party would guess her identity right away. Shouldn't this guy also secretly watch his live broadcasts and secretly fall in love with him, so that he can recognize his voice in the first place? In that case, he would definitely feel honored to receive his own call, wouldn't he? Zhou Jie unconsciously entered her own strategy, but the next moment. The sound coming from the phone. Is this surprising? Among the duckling-throated girls I know, you are the only one, Zhou Jie. This sentence, like a sharp knife, directly penetrated into Zhou Jie's heart. Her previous self-strategy turned into a foam in an instant. Along with it came the anger in my heart. Lin Feng, your grandfather, can you speak? She spat into the phone, my mother's voice is so beautiful, how dare you say my duckling voice? You are the duckling voice, you will always be the duckling voice. No, the next life will be the same. By the way, you're still a single dog. Lin Feng. Sorry, Lin Feng's sincere voice made Zhou Jie's anger disappear quite a bit. It can be seen that Lin Feng is quite sensible, perhaps he was intimidated by his own authority. As soon as Zhou Jie's proud smile appeared, it solidified on her face. I shouldn't be honest. Besides, don't forget, Sister Zhou, you're also a single dog. Damn Lin Feng, he deliberately paused before speaking the second half of the sentence. She admitted that she was a bit on the defensive. At this moment, Zhou Jie suddenly had an impulse to perform hand-tearing live people. Lin Feng, do you dare to report your address? I'll come over and kill you now. Zhou Jie bared her teeth and grinned. Although she may seem angry on the surface, not only for some reason, but she also enjoys this kind of confrontational dialogue in her heart. Even she herself doesn't know what the reason is. Jie, you're not getting up yet. Who are you talking to on the phone? Suddenly, a sound came from the living room. Looking up, it's 99. Jojo is Zhou Jie's assistant and also her best friend. In an instant, Zhou Jie suddenly hung up the phone and said, No, it's not a phone call. I'm practicing speaking. 99, what about being a fool? 5 seconds later, under the magical gaze of Jojo, a red glow climbed onto Zhou Jie's cheek. Damn Lin Feng. Zhou Jie cursed inwardly. Starting from tomorrow, double shifts will take place. End of this chapter. Chapter 7. Simple Sha County. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 7. Simple Sha County. Doodle. The phone was hung up by Zhou Jie, and Lin Feng felt inexplicable. I don't know why Zhou Jie wanted to call, but she hung up before she finished speaking. Not too conflicted, Lin Feng got up. After washing up, go out. It's time for dinner. Soon, Lin Feng arrived at the courtyard of the community. Although this is an elderly old community, the courtyard greenery is quite good. Many elderly people carry lounge chairs and bask in the sunshine in the courtyard. Of course, this has nothing to do with Lin Feng. His current concern is how to live. On the way out, Lin Feng calculated that all his current assets were 214 yuan. My predecessor was really poor. What can I do for 200 yuan in a place like the Magic City? If I remember correctly, I still have to pay the rent for another week. Until Lin Feng sat at the Shaxian Snacks restaurant outside the community and ordered chicken cutlet rice, he only felt a meat ache. The prices in Magic City are really expensive. In such a remote area, chicken cutlets and rice cost 14 yuan. Now there are only 200 yuan left in my pocket. Even if one is frugal, they can only persist for about a week. He was a bit skeptical that he was the most miserable traveler, worrying about how to survive. After thinking for a moment, Lin Feng opened the system in his heart and asked, System, is there any good way to make money? The host can earn black powder points to exchange for RMB, and every 1 black powder point can be exchanged for 1,000 renminbi, hiss. Lin Feng immediately took a deep breath of cold air. 1 black powder value can be exchanged for 1,000 yuan. Isn't the 10,000 black powder value given in the beginner gift pack worth 10 million? Why didn't you tell me earlier about the system? Lin Feng roared in his heart. The host did not ask me, puff. A mouthful of old blood was stirring in Lin Feng's mouth. System, you're a real dog. After cursing, Lin Feng thought of his negative fan value of over 5,000. My intestines are almost regretful. After half a day of heartache, Lin Feng finally adjusted his mindset. Let go of what has already happened. He believes that through his own efforts, he can definitely turn the black powder value into a positive number. You'll be invincible right away. At that time, he will directly transform into a divine hero. Buy 2 mantou, eat 1, and feed the other to the dog. It's just so arrogant. Thinking about it, Lin Feng glanced at the black powder value again. Black powder value .51212, I knock on you. After seeing this number, Lin Feng only felt that the sky and earth were spinning. What exactly happened this night? Brother, why are you so worried? What's so unhappy about? It seems to have noticed that Lin Feng's expression was a bit sinister. As the owner of Shaxian Snacks came over with chicken chops and rice, he asked. The shop owner is a man in his early 30s, with a bulky figure and a shiny bald head that is very recognizable. It's nothing, Lin Feng forced out a bitter smile out of politeness. Oh, you. You're not that. Seeing Lin Feng smile, the bald shop manager was extremely surprised. Let me think. By the way, aren't you that underworld anchor? Netherworld anchor. Lin Feng's mouth twitched slightly. Did you watch my live broadcast last night, bro? No, the bald shop manager frowned. I saw it on Douyin. I have to say, your Suona is really good, but that song is a bit scary. Douyin. Yeah, you're quite popular on Douyin now. The search box shows the words Netherworld Anchor, and that's how I saw you. Lin Feng roughly understands. That negative black powder value of over 50,000 is probably how it came about. I have to lament that in the internet age, some people often become popular overnight because of an inexplicable and wonderful thing. But this is not what Lin Feng wants. With one more fan, his pain will be even greater. Now, he has suffered more than 50,000 points of pain. After finishing the chicken chops, Lin Feng returned to the 20 square meter rental house. The time is already 12:30 p.m. After thinking for a moment, he opened the computer with nothing to do. Prepare for live streaming. Anyway, living is the most important thing. To survive, one needs to earn money. Live streaming is currently the only source of income. Moreover, Lin Feng also wants to try out the effect of the task reward, extreme hand speed, obtained yesterday. The computer was still on its way when Lin Feng received a phone call. Connect. Hello. On the phone, Lin Feng's lazy voice came through. Through the phone line, Zhou Jie could imagine the other person's reluctant expression. First, I'm not calling hello, call my sister. Zhou's sister. Is there any fart to pass quickly? Humph, Zhou Jie snorted lightly. When will you live stream and play games with me? Oh, I'll start broadcasting soon. Really? Zhou Jie frowned. Okay, hang up, I'll start broadcasting right away. Hanging up the phone, Zhou Jie plunged into the pink-toned live broadcast room. I didn't even want to apply light makeup. She started broadcasting. As soon as Zhou Jie started broadcasting, audiences kept entering the live broadcast room. All of them are viewers who set up reminders for Zhou Jie's broadcast. Barracks have also begun to emerge one after another. Did the sun come out from the east? Zhou Jie started broadcasting so early today. What's the situation? Sister Zhou usually starts broadcasting at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. My mute bride has started broadcasting. Did Sister Zhou sleep well last night? Did she dream of anything from the underworld? Seeing the barrage content, Zhou Jie was once again furious. She really had a nightmare last night. Because of Lin Feng's underworld song and Suona. This is also the main reason why she specifically called Lin Feng to play games with her. The purpose is to ruthlessly pit Lin Feng once. Who made him so scary? Thinking about it, Zhou Jie spoke up and said, Brothers, what do you think when I invite the underworld anchor to play games together? Seemingly seeking advice, in reality, she has already started searching for Lin Feng's live broadcast room. After following the live broadcast room named Feng on the list, Zhou Jie clicked in. To Zhou Jie's surprise, Lin Feng, who had just started broadcasting, now has over 300,000 followers. Even higher than when she just started broadcasting. Do you have any serious illnesses? You don't study or work during the day, and you don't work hard to improve yourself. What kind of live streaming are you watching? Even if you want to watch it, why don't you go see the female anchor and see the little sister dance? Isn't she fragrant? What's so beautiful about me as a big man? Can you quickly get out of my live broadcast room? Watching Lin Feng chattering incessantly in the live broadcast room, Zhou Jie almost doubted if there was anything wrong with her ears. This guy actually made the audience get out of his live broadcast room. Zhou Jie didn't criticize the audience too much, but it was all a playful way of confronting them. Lin Feng, this product is good. Let the audience get lost directly. This is the most arrogant anchor Zhou Jie has ever seen since she was so old. Other anchors are begging the audience to coax them, fearing that they will lose their fans. On the other hand, Lin Feng is afraid of having a fan. However, the audience in Lin Feng's live broadcast room is also the most outrageous audience she has ever seen since she was so old. She even doubted whether those viewers would all be some M. At that moment, Lin Feng's thoughts coincided with Zhou Jie's by chance. Watching the barrage in his live broadcast room, he was about to collapse. I truly deserve to be a shady anchor. It's impossible for a shady anchor to do this by cursing fans. I love you. If you ask me to go, I'll go. I won't go. You hit me. Even cursing is so handsome, it seems like he's anal. Dog fags, get out of here, you're disgusting. How could there be such a bloated anchor in the world? I love it so much. I'll call my brothers to be scolded. The anchor scolded so tiredly that I must reward you with a super rocket. Subsequently, Lin Feng saw a huge gift banner appearing in his live broadcast room. Congratulations on Warm Young 1314 delivering the Super Rocket X1 in Feng's live broadcast room. Go and watch. Lin Feng. He's so angry. Super rockets, but they will trigger banner recommendations in all live rooms on the All Shark Live platform. Almost every viewer on the platform can see it. Isn't this really equivalent to draining oneself? Seeing the popularity of the live broadcast room suddenly exceed 400,000, Lin Feng couldn't bear it anymore. For my own future. In order to reach the pinnacle of life and become a divine hero. In order to make the black powder value positive. We must wake up this big grudge called Warm Young 1314. Just when he was about to speak, another gift banner, slowly generated in the center of the live broadcast room. Congratulations to Boo or Not Zhou Jie for delivering the Super Rocket X1 in Feng's live broadcast room. Go and watch. Lin Feng. End of this chapter. Chapter 8. Zhou Jie's Careful Thoughts. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 8. Zhou Jie's Careful Thoughts. Life is unpredictable, the large intestine surrounds the small intestine. But Lin Feng believes that it is no longer as simple as the large intestine wrapping around the small intestine. But the large intestine surrounds the small intestine, which is filled with feces. There are maggots in feces, and maggots are poisonous. The key highlight is the difficult to slim shiitake mushroom. He took a moment to take a look at his black powder score, which had already exceeded -60,000. It seems that it will continue to grow. He is not sisterly. Why do I have to rush people directly? This group of viewers still give me gifts and still shamelessly stay in my live broadcast room also. Zhou Jie, this guy, why come join in the fun? Lin Feng doesn't dislike others giving him gifts. Gifts are all money, and for him who is struggling to survive now, its importance is self-evident. But the problem is, if they send a super fire, it will increase their popularity. As popularity increases, one's fan value is likely to increase. Having one more fan is equivalent to losing $1,000. The gains outweigh the losses. Lin Feng, who was about to cry without tears, quickly spoke up and said, Sister Zhou, thank you for the gift, but please don't give it anymore. Strange, how could this guy give him a gift? He still has an unhappy expression on his face. In another live broadcast room, Zhou Jie raised questions. After speaking, she chuckled and moved her mouse to the gift bar again. The less happy Lin Feng is, the happier she is. Super Rocket. Click. Gift. Congratulations to Zhou Jie for delivering the Super Rocket X1 in Feng's live broadcast room. Go and watch. For a moment, gift recommendation banners reappeared in the major live broadcast rooms of the Shark Live streaming platform. Many viewers have become interested. This is already the third Super Rocket in Feng's live broadcast room. I haven't seen a super hot delivery person for a long time, but now there's a triple fire. And the person who gave the gift was Boer, not Zhou Jie. There is also Warm Young 1314. On the Shark platform, few viewers don't know Zhou Jie, the brand anchor. In addition to Sister Zhou, another gift giver, Nuanyang 1314, is also a renowned god on the Shark platform, often benefiting major anchors. He is a beloved big brother among major anchors. But Feng, the anchor, is unfamiliar to everyone. Who would be the ones who can make these two gift givers? With this doubt in mind, many viewers clicked on the link on the gift banner to directly reach the live broadcast room called Feng. At the moment when the popularity of the live broadcast room exceeded 550000, Lin Feng felt even more helpless. There are more barrage comments in the live broadcast room. Who is this? Zhou Jie and the big shot Nuanyang both sent him super fire. It's already April 2017, no one really doesn't know who the underworld anchor is, right? Sleeping Slot, I know who this guy is. Last night I stumbled upon him on Douyin, and that Suona was directly delivered to the underworld by me. Anchor, you give me back my life. Good guy, so you're the living bodhisattva in the underworld who can make the old woman and Sister Zhou shut up at the same time. Nima, the anchor's appearance is threatening me. What should I do? Wow, the anchor is so handsome. He's really grown up in my aesthetic sense. I'm following him. Here's a small gift. Looking at the continuous barrage of bullets, Lin Feng sighed. Zhou Jie, intentionally in order to avoid her continuing to attract traffic from the super hot, Lin Feng went directly to Zhou Jie's live broadcast room. Click on Connect to the microphone. Ding. Zhou Jie second connected to the microphone. Lin Feng said directly, Sister Zhou, aren't you going to play games together? Which district? Let's just register directly. Zhou Jie smiled meaningfully and said, don't worry, can I call you Fengzigu? Fengzigu. Lin Feng was taken aback for a moment. Just be happy. Brother Fengzi, can you accompany me to play Hanfu? It's okay. Lin Feng felt it didn't matter, as he also had a Korean server client on his own computer. Anyway, it's all mixed live broadcast duration. As long as the monthly live broadcast duration is sufficient, Shark will receive a salary. Okay, let's add WeChat first, and I'll send you a private message with my account number, Zhou Jie said with a smile. I don't know why, but Lin Feng always felt that Zhou Jie's smile was a bit off. After adding WeChat, Lin Feng quickly received the Korean server account information sent by Zhou Jie. This operation has made many viewers envious. I also want Zhou Jie's WeChat. Woo, Fengzi, please give me one. Zhou Jie actually hosted someone else's WeChat. I was heartbroken, sob. Sister Zhou is good at everything, she always says I press her hair at night. Can't anyone really have a crush on the obstacle fighter? No. The gradually changing barrage content made Lin Feng frown and say, it's really a group of sand eagles. Suddenly, the barrage in the live broadcast room changed direction again. I knocked on Nima, and the underworld anchor dared to scold me. No, I have to go call the good brothers from the anti-bar to come and be scolded together. I didn't expect there to be good brothers in the live broadcast room who can resist. Then I'll go to Sun Bar and call the rats over to be scolded together. Is this anchor so arrogant? You have the guts to wait for me, I'll go call someone over and get scolded too. Dot. The barrage rhythm always develops in unexpected directions for Lin Feng. At the same time, people from different locations are doing the same thing. In Baidu Tieba, some Tieba suddenly added a few more posts, not only Tieba, but also some forums, of course. Lin Feng didn't know. At this moment, he has logged into the client using the Korean server account provided by Zhou Jie. When Lin Feng saw the account ID, he looked puzzled. ID, Feng. Simple 4 letters. The name is the same as his live broadcast room. He believes it's not a coincidence. Why? Why is the ID your name, right? Zhou Jie interrupted Lin Feng, because I changed it. Zhou Jie smiled and said, I'll give you this number from now on. As long as you take me to play a few games, how about that? Lin Feng suddenly felt a little moved. He had no acquaintance with Zhou Jie, and yesterday was his first interaction. Unexpectedly, she gave him a Hanfu account directly. I even changed my name specifically for myself. Although a new Korean server account won't cost a few dollars, that name is ultimately a gesture of goodwill. I never imagined that beneath her wild exterior, she could be so gentle and careful. Thank you, Lin Feng said with emotion, as long as I have time, I will take you to play games. Zhou Jie's eyes lit up and she said, it's a deal. It's the dog who reneges. Lin Feng nodded and immediately opened the game career interface. Look at this. His eyes froze for a moment. Rank. Extraordinary Master 131 points. Lin Feng. Brother, you don't want me to use this account to play games with you, do you? Lin Feng stared at Zhou Jie across from the video. Zhou Jie had a successful smile on her face and didn't pay attention to Lin Feng's strange address. Why, are you afraid? Lin Feng. You won't be unaware of our platform's activities during this period, Zhou Jie said again. As long as the LOL anchor can make it to the top 10 on the Korean server, there will be cash rewards, especially for the first place with 200,000 yuan. I'm thinking that you definitely disdain playing at a lower level, so I'll give you a higher level one so that you can become the top Korean server as soon as possible. End of this chapter. Chapter 9. The Will of 7. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 9. The Will of 7. For Lin Feng's strength, Zhou Jie has long been clear about it. The master rank in the first district can almost be said to have been improved. As is well known, the rank of Hanfu Master is more valuable and has stronger strength. Because almost all professional players will score in the Korean server, rather than in the Chinese server. Let Lin Feng go fight against the Hanfu Master Duan, and then bring his own pit. No, bring his own little cutie, and he will definitely fight until the end. If you play poorly, you will be scolded, despised, and ridiculed by the audience. In this way, the big revenge that was scared yesterday can be avenged. This is her carefully planned revenge plan. After speaking, she also used a provocative tactic. Feng Zigu, shouldn't you have no confidence in yourself? Lin Feng. Have confidence in a der. Before crossing, he was at the level of a diamond goalkeeper. At this level, if you go to the Korean server to play a master game, you won't be able to be kicked out by someone. It's strange. You should know that many professional players find it extremely difficult to play masters games in the Korean server. He, Lin Feng, can't be fooled. He finally understood Zhou Jie's trick. This guy was purely trying to make himself abused. However, Zhou Jie underestimated Lin Feng too much. He is not a person with good face. He refused on the spot. I'm just a small diamond, playing the Hanfu master game, that's not acceptable. Ding, randomly select tasks to trigger, option 1. Agree to become the top player in the Korean server in public and become the top player within 1 month. Reward. Hero 7-star proficiency card X1, black powder value 10,000, option 2. Refuse in the middle, reward. Curled turtle title effect. Host IQ reduced by 0.002%, option 3. On top of option 1, bring Zhou Jie to the top 50 Korean server and receive an additional reward of 50,000 black powder points, multiple choice, please make a choice within 10 seconds. 10, 9, the sudden appearance of system tasks in his mind caught Lin Feng off guard. Is this task serious? Lin Feng was not in a hurry to choose a task. These tasks have put him in a difficult position. The first and third, with Lin Feng's self-awareness, have almost no chance of success. The second one is purely a scam, there is no reward title with negative gain. Will there be any punishment if the task fails, system? He quickly asked in his heart. If the task fails and the system punishes him for becoming a eunuch or something, then he might as well choose task 2. There is no penalty for task failure, and the system will provide a certain Easter egg reward based on the host's selected task. Lin Feng breathed a sigh of relief. 3, 2, choose 3 for me. As the countdown was about to end, Lin Feng made a difficult choice. Choosing the most difficult one is naturally aimed at Easter eggs. According to common sense, the more difficult the task, the better the Easter egg reward will definitely be. Anyway, Lin Feng doesn't expect to complete the task. Sure enough, host's courage is commendable, obtain additional Easter eggs. 7-star hero proficiency card X1, black powder value 100, rewards have been included in the backpack and can be used at any time. Lin Feng thinks he is a genius. Isn't this TM just a free card proficiency card? Still the top 7-star proficiency card. He had previously understood that the system set a total of 8 proficiency levels for heroes, ranging from 0 to 7, with 0 indicating no proficiency and 7 indicating a ceiling of understanding for heroes. In summary, this blood earned. What's wrong with the Hanfu Master Bureau? At this moment, Zhou Jie's words came from the earphone. Fengzi, don't say half of what you're saying. Lin Feng regained his composure and said, I mean, the Hanfu Master Bureau is just a piece of cake and a dog, it's not worth a single blow. As for the number 1 Korean server, wouldn't having hands be enough? At this moment, Zhou Jie clearly saw Lin Feng's arrogant and domineering face. It makes people want to beat him up. However, Lin Feng did it intentionally. In order to increase my fan base and make my fan value positive as soon as possible. Lin Feng had no choice but to do so. Anyway, since I've taken on all the tasks, I'm still afraid of losing them. The more fans there are, the stronger he becomes. The faster you reach the pinnacle of life and become a divine hero. Sure enough, after Lin Feng finished speaking, his black powder value began to improve. Black powder value 0.63112, black powder value 0.62991, black powder value 0.62900. Although the growth rate of black fans is a bit slow, for Lin Feng, if fans don't increase, it's just a profit. Take another look at the barrage in the live broadcast room. Good guy, as long as you have the first hand in the Korean server. My brotherly dare not say that. Brothers, I feel like I've been insulted. The face of the underworld anchor is too much to beat. How inflated the anchor is now, how miserable it will be to be abused later. Everyone just needs to wait and watch the excitement. Anchor, you're not my brother to resist, are you? Playing games relies on your mouth to output, right? I closed it, it's really disgusting. At least there needs to be some degree of inflation. Seeing the mockery and accusations from the barrage, Lin Feng showed a satisfied smile. Comfortable now. The feeling of being scolded by someone is really amazing. However, Lin Feng's proud smile was not right in Zhou Jie's eyes. While connecting with Lin Feng, she also opened his live broadcast room, only turning off the sound. The barrage can still be seen. She found that when Lin Feng saw those barrage of insults and mockery towards him, his mouth was almost bursting with laughter. She always felt that this guy was deliberately provoking the audience in the live broadcast room, as if he really wanted to drive them away. What kind of addiction is this? Of course, Zhou Jie's thoughts at this moment are similar to those of most viewers. She also felt that Lin Feng was too arrogant and inflated. Fengzi, you're a bit bloated. Since that's the case, let's get started and let our brothers see if you have a strong mouth or real talent. As soon as Zhou Jie finished speaking, Lin Feng received the invitation. Zion invites you to a qualifying match, do you accept it? Seeing the other person's ID, Lin Feng raised a black question mark. Fairy. Sister Zhou, your ID. Cough, that's how I bought this ID. Zhou Jie's face didn't turn red and her heart didn't jump. Of course, no one will believe it. Lin Feng doesn't believe it either. He has common sense about things like IDs. After all, even in Baidu Tieba, there are things like ID trading bars. Most of them are girls. Some girls flock to beautiful IDs and are extremely eager to buy one they like and look good at. In the national server, the fairy ID is often worth tens of thousands of yuan. Perhaps there are too many wealthy women in China. It may be rare to see such a phenomenon in Korean clothing, but it's not as if no one has taken it directly. Lin Feng did not investigate too much and accepted the invitation. Quickly, the two entered the queue. At the same time. EDG base. In front of the coach's office computer. It's a bit interesting, a member wearing an EDG team uniform in front of the computer muttered to himself, young people nowadays are really ignorant of the world. The person speaking is not EDG coach Abu, but Ming Kai. Nickname Factory Manager. ID, Clear Love. It is also the soul of the EDG team. At this moment, he didn't train, but stayed in the coach's office to watch the live broadcast. He has been very interested since he came across the video of that underworld anchor last night. A LOL game anchor, surprisingly able to do this kind of work, playing the Suona beautifully in sneaking away. So, during his leisure time, he found the live broadcast room on the Shark platform. As soon as I entered, I heard those arrogant words. Master Hanfu, local chicken, tile dog. Hanfu comes first, as long as you have hands. Ming Kai thinks he has some strength. But over the years, he has only won first place in the Korean server once and was quickly knocked down. How many professional players covet the top spot in the Korean server? Unfortunately, even a small anchor dares to say this. Crazy and boundless. Ming Kai changed to a more comfortable position and leaned back on the chair. Today, he really doesn't want to leave. He wants to see what this arrogant little anchor will look like in the master's game. Ming Kai's mouth curved slightly and said, it's really exciting. 2 shifts, I'm really diligent. In the future, it will be 2 shifts, and if you are unhappy, it will explode. End of this chapter. Chapter 10. The King of Mouth Cannons. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Chapter 10. The King of Mouth Cannons. Cha-cha. At some point, Ming Kai, who was living in the EDG coach's office watching a live broadcast, had an extra bag of original melon seeds in his hand. He was eating melon seeds while watching the live broadcast. During the live broadcast, Lin Feng has already entered the hero BP interface. After a somewhat casual BP in Ming Kai's view, both sides began to choose heroes. Fengzi, what hero are you playing with? Zhou Jie's words rang out. Lin Feng did not respond immediately. At this moment, he was somewhat surprised in his heart. On the hero selection interface, he can actually see his proficiency in heroes. For example, Son of the Stars. 1-star Night Hunter. 3 stars. Each hero has a mark on their head. The tallest among them is the fox. 9-tailed demon fox. 5-star. This hero is also the one that Lin Feng played the most before his time traveling. Because foxes have 3 levels of R, it's not easy to die after level 6. Lin Feng was wondering whether he should maintain his predecessor's persona now. Before crossing over, he would play in almost all positions, with his favorite being mid-lane and wilderness. But the predecessor was different. The predecessor was a professional ordering player. Should we continue to maintain our persona and play on the order, or should we be more casual? Mainly, among the top single heroes, Lin Feng's most skilled karst monster. The Stone Man is also only 4-star proficient. Suddenly, Lin Feng had an idea in his heart. Why do you think so much? According to common sense, the more you play, the more fans you have. Just choose a Ruiwen Jianji or something to mess up later. The black fans are not just randomly rising. Lin Feng raised his lips slightly, secretly saying that he was really a genius. But the next moment, a system prompt rang in my mind. Friendly reminder. The host cannot intentionally give away human heads, and cannot choose heroes with a proficiency level lower than 4 stars. Otherwise, the host will be deducted 10,000 renminbi each time. Lin Feng. I'll play with the Stone Man. Lin Feng responded very well to Zhou Jie. He chose the position of main, upper, and deputy middle, and this round is arranged for the upper unit. Being sanctioned by the system, he can only take the Stone Man anymore. After all, this is the only hero among his previous single heroes who has reached 4 stars. Lin Feng can also see it through. I am a suburban diamond goalkeeper myself, and even if I give my all in the Korean master game, I only have the chance to be beaten. As for what the system says, it can't be done poorly. At best, it should be close to the Tower Father and strive to die a few fewer times. Anyway, with Zhou Jie, Lin Feng never expected to win. At that time, I'm not afraid of not having new fans. At the moment when Lin Feng said he would choose a Stone Man, Zhou Jie looked down on him and said, "TSK, it seems that Feng Zige is also not good at you. Come up and choose a Stone Man to fool around." At the same time, in Lin Feng's live broadcast room, there were also bullet comments that made him feel happy. Really useless, just now you were so arrogant that you only dared to choose Stone Man when you came in. It seems that the underworld anchor is just a talkative king, just a trash. Harm, this guy himself is a master of Chinese clothing, and he still managed to sneak in. Let him play the Korean clothing master game, isn't that embarrassing? The king of mouth cannons. Actually, this game is called 5 lucky and 3 unlucky. The barrage content brought joy to Lin Feng's heart. Isn't that right? Black fans are here. He smiled and said, "Don't look down on the Stone Man. He's a team hero, which shows that I'm willing to contribute. I'm so shameless." Zhou Jie gave a blank glance without any hesitation. I've seen someone shameless before, I've never seen someone so shameless before. After speaking, Zhou Jie, located on the first floor, immediately chose a nanny to assist. She is also quite knowledgeable and knows that her level is not good, so she specifically chose an auxiliary position. As for Lin Feng, he is still interacting with the audience in a friendly manner at this time. To be honest, the younger brothers in the live broadcast room can leave without looking. Don't pollute Ye's live broadcast room. Under the interaction, Lin Feng found that his negative black powder value gradually decreased. Continuing like this, one day the black powder value will become positive. Just as he was thinking about it, Lin Feng suddenly noticed the comments from his teammates in the game chat box. 5L, can you go to mid? Can you go to China? After thinking for a moment, Lin Feng gave an okay. It doesn't matter which position you play. Anyway, he's all the same dish. Feng Zigu, do you still play the middle road? Lin Feng's response left Zhou Jie quite puzzled. Aren't you a professional single streamer? Lin Feng sneered and said, play a Hanfu master game, it's the same in any position. This statement sounds too inflated when heard by others. Zhou Jie sneered and said, hee, I look forward to your performance. Don't be abused into a dog then. Obviously, she is also looking forward to the outcome of Lin Feng, who frequently talks big. Soon, both heroes chose to complete it. Lin Feng on the 5th floor chose his only hero who achieved 5-star proficiency. The Nine-Tailed Demon Fox. This time, Lin Feng is in the blue square. The blue lineups are Listing, Exile Blade, Ruewen Middle Single, Nine-Tailed Demon Fox, Ollie Fighting Wild, Nicholas, Wine Barrel Auxiliary, Son of the Stars, Nail Mom ADC. Night Hunter VN. The factory director who watched the live broadcast smiled slightly. In his opinion, the blue team can be said to be very casual. Without the most important team control and stable point control, there is little hope of victory. On the other hand, the purple square. Shandun. Wushuang Sword Ji Yi. Prince Dameisha Zhongdan. Master of Shadow Flow. Catastrophe Auxiliary. Jingji Xing. Jilla ADC. Pai Ching Female Police Officer. The lineup is much better than the blue team. As a professional player, the factory manager can easily see many problems at a glance. If both sides want to be at the same level, the possibility of the blue side winning is not high. But obviously, the strength of both sides is not only that they don't want to be, but there is also a big gap. The blue square of Zhou Jie became a fatal flaw. And that kid who knows nothing about the world. With these two people present, the blue team may not have a chance of winning. Nevertheless, the factory director is still looking forward to it. He anticipated how the ignorant guy would end up after being abused. Are you continuing to be stubborn? Or apologize? Quickly, both parties entered the loading interface. At this moment, the factory director's eyes lit up. This game seems to be more interesting. Sleeping trough, it's over, brothers. I'm cracked. In a certain live broadcast room, Zhou Jie was extremely frantic and said, "How could I have encountered an alpaca and a horse tower? The road has collapsed." Yes. After entering the loading meeting, Zhou Jie immediately saw the other party's two prominent IDs. KT Deft. KT Mata. The alpaca in her mouth is the nickname Deft. At this moment, Lin Feng was also a bit surprised. He didn't know whether he was lucky or unlucky. Playing a master's game, unexpectedly encountering two world-class professional players at the same time. As a low-level player, Lin Feng has some understanding of professional players. Both Deft and Mata have outstanding performance and achievements in their respective positions. If I remember correctly, at this point in time, Deft and Mata just left LPL not long ago, right? Yes. These two were once known as Korean reinforcements and served in LPL for a long time. End of this chapter.